Okay, if you don't know, let me introduce you to myself. I go by Lion December, and I'm coming at you with another reaction video. But this one is the spoilers on One Piece chapter 1157. And the video is done by no other than my boy Sai. Go ahead and go check out his channel, like the video, like my video, and let's get into it. So these are the spoilers, and I'm gonna have it in the title. I will have it in the thumbnail. But if you want to avoid it, click off now because we're getting into spoilers. So bye-bye. Are you going? Okay. With that being said, let's do it.
All right, you guys. Okay. Happy Monday and welcome back into another One Piece video. Chapter 11.
Let me calm down.
Brief spoilers have just dropped, and if you have not checked them out for yourself yet, I will be linking it down in the pinned comment, as well as typing it out piece by piece in case you do not want my commentary and you just want to check out the bullet points then and there. But here today, we're here to have a discussion about this chapter and just have some fun talking about it. So, first things first, we finally, thank the heavens, get an update to the Yamato cover page story. The cover page story is a little bit of a meme, right? At first, nobody wanted to touch this cover page story with a 10-foot pole, and now everybody's clamoring over who the hero is that Yamato is visiting. Well, Oda has decided to prolong that mystery by not giving us the name of this character, but instead giving up to his visiting, died while fighting.
Now I'm gonna stop it right there. This is when I learned I was dyslexic. When I read the spoilers earlier today, I dead ass thought it said Kaido. I was gonna be like, Oda, what are you doing to my brain? But literally it's my brain doing it to you. Okay, let me stop being weird. But anyways, yeah, so the person that they went to go visit's grave was no other than somebody who Kaido killed. Do I care? A little bit. Let me not act like I don't care. It's obvious. It gotta be Ushimaru, right? Or I'm just gonna say, what's my guy? Ushimaru is the same guy that was in Monsters, right? Ryoma. My guess is Ryoma. Final guess. I don't want to spend too long on it, but that's what I'm going for. I believe the guy that is the hero that was born in the West Blue but was raised in Ringo is Ryoma. Look at Sai, got Emu in the background, just creeped the hell out of me. It's 1 a.m. I shouldn't be seeing that shadowy figure in my peripherals. Get rid of his Sai. Actually, I might get one.
Kaido. That right there doesn't tell us a whole bunch, to be honest, but it does at least give us a definite timeline, because Kaido arrived in Wano 20-ish years ago, so we do know that this is somewhat recent. So going back to all the main options that people were talking about, I do think this puts Ushimaru further up in the tier list of candidates, because Ushimaru, he's a Shimotsuki, he is a hero, he lived in Ringo, which is the area this grave is located at.
Now let me know if you're watching this video right now, is Ryoma and Ushimaru the same person, or is Ushimaru a descendant of Ryoma? Let me know in the comment section.
And yeah, I think he just fits really well. The only thing about Ushimaru that does not really work with this grave is that apparently this hero was born in the West Blue and then later raised in Ringo.
Okay.
So since Ushimaru is a Shimotsuki, I just feel like he would be born and raised in Wano. But maybe we're wrong there.
That's who Ushimaru is.
Jigoro, people were talking about Kyoto coming off of last week. And those are candidates, but they're also kind of wishy-washy, right? So yeah, we kind of got something from the cover page. We kind of got nothing. And with that being the case, I would love to see and hear what you guys have to say.
Oda got to spin back on that. Oda got to spin back on that. He got to let us know who that is.
On who this grave actually belongs to. So now, getting into the chapter, the first thing the leakers drop is the fact that the Rocks pirates do not exactly get along, which is something...
Not a shocker. However, I wonder who is not getting along on the crew. Now, I got a theory, or I have my culprits. I believe it's definitely Don Marlowe bumping heads with, who do I see Don Marlowe bumping heads with? Because he's a mafia boss. Shiki, I can definitely see them bumping heads. And then I know Kaido and Big Mom seemed cool. She was looking out for him while they was on the crew. Who else? Obviously, oh, Silver Axe and Shiki too. They already were rivals before Rock's crew, so I could definitely see them bumping heads in the crew. My boy, who had the treasure? My boy, I keep wanting to say Silver John, but um, Captain John, yeah, Captain John, and let's say Ochoku. Let's say Captain John beefing with Ochoku, and then who else would we have that would be beefing? Those are my two guesses. I'm gonna leave it at that. But you let me know who you guys got that are beefing within the crew as a predict for the upcoming chapter.
We already knew about, right? When Sengoku was talking about God Valley, he was like, yeah, by the way, they got a lot of hotheads in their crew and they just did not really use teamwork at all. So we kind of expected this, but the leakers say verbatim that the Rocks Pirates are always trying to betray one another. And it's like, damn, what do you mean always try to betray one another? Like, are they trying to steal each other's food? Are they stealing treasure? Or are they actually trying to stab each other in the back? Which I do think could make sense with certain characters like Shiki and Kyowo. Right? Kyowo joining the Rocks Pirates was a little bit odd last week. It's like, okay.
Also, completely unrelated to the video, I got into a quick debate with somebody in the comment section of a post that was actually funny to me once I realized what they were trying to portray. But to this guy in the comment section, he was, would I say butthurt, but he was honestly disgruntled with the meme because it said how us the viewers look at Blackbeard and then how Kaido looks at Blackbeard. And in the picture that said how Kaido looks at Blackbeard, in in Blackbeard's picture, it showed Rocks D. Zebek's boot. And you couldn't really see it at first until the reel ended and it got dimmer. You can see it, right? So this dude's like, oh, Kaido doesn't have PTSD, da 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 da. And I'm just like, either way, he got kicked in the face and he took it. So he calls me a retard and then goes on to say, you basically saying Kaido did not have PTSD and he was not scared, da 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 da. And I said, brother, I don't care if he doesn't have PTSD, and I don't think anybody believes that Kaido was scared. It's just the fact that he got kicked in the face and he took it. Oh, his argument was, but he was held back. That's cool. That is a fair point. But I asked him, I said, if you got slapped in the face by your homie or the homie that is the leader of your crew and your other crewmates are holding you back, are you letting that slide or are you getting your lick back no matter what? Mind you, he didn't answer. I was starting to reply to him after he had replied to my message, but I was just like, I wasn't feeling it at the time. But either way, to bring it back to this, we see all the Rock Pirates member always tried to betray one another. The narrator talks about the crimes Rock Pirates have committed. So with them always betraying each other, Kaido could have got his lick back, but he didn't. And if you're the guy that I was debating with in the comment section and you're seeing this video by chance, because I highly doubt you are, just know Kaido could have got his lick back, but he didn't. It doesn't matter if Shiki was holding him back. And I'm not saying Kaido was scared. And at the end of the day, it was a meme, bro. And I get it. Jokes are subjective. So you didn't find it funny. But I was just trying to let you know that it was only a meme. And I did not believe Kaido was scared. Or if anything, when Kaido see Blackbeard, he remembers, I got kicked in the face by this nigga's pops. So yeah, with that being said, let's get back to the video.
Wait, Shiki is his rival, yet he's joining the crew, right? So
Was that too
Shiki
much?
better watch his back, and Kyoa
Man, make
better
sure you
watch
like
his
this
back. Like, I
effing
would not
video,
trust
bro.
them
I'm trying
in
not to
an
cuss.
actual
Make sure to
battle.
like the video.
So yeah, of course, like I said, this is probably how they lost at God Valley.
1 second, 1 second, 1 second.
And what's pretty cool about this whole scene here is that the narrator goes on and they talk about the crimes that the Rocks pirates have committed up until this point. And it's like, yeah, like I would love to hear that, right? I mean, hell, when we had Zebek's feats and his crimes, it was like, hey, he stole Celestial Dragon treasure, he destroyed a Gate of Justice, he killed an admiral, yada yada. So I'm expecting that same amount of hype, but for Rox's crew too. So we go on now, and we see that Rox is still trying to recruit Harold into his crew.
Give it up, buddy. He doesn't want to join. At this point, Rox, get off your knees. Loki, is this the guy you look up? No, let me stop. Nah, but for real, like Loki, this is the guy you look up to? That's looking up to your father? No, I'm just playing. He's not looking up to. Let me stop before I get somebody in the comment section mad at me talking about, oh, you don't know power skill. Look, I don't. But I'm just saying. This is like his 1,000th time asking him to join the crew. I'm just saying.
Which is pretty funny. What, this is 3 weeks in a row where Rox has come by saying, hey, Harold, join my crew, buddy. Like, come on.
Exactly.
You want to set out to sea with us, right? Which it really just goes to show that Rox really respects and values
He one of them ones. I'm telling you, he one of them ones.
Harold. Like, hey, I'm not a bad guy, but I do kind of somewhat agree with what Kaido said last chapter. Like, hey, Rox, you know we could just beat Harold and have him join. You know we could just take the devil fruit, right? But Rox, of course, he really likes Harold, so that is off the table. Even though Harold has seemingly been rejecting Rox for about 5+ years now, Rox still treasures him, which is kind of crazy. So we go on now to probably the most important part about the chapter. But get this, guys, we finally know why God Valley happened in the first place. So back during the Kuma flashback, we heard from Garp and Kong, from their conversation, that the Celestial Dragons and Marines, they took the treasure
Look at them toes.
of Hachinosu. We were speculating. We were all speculating
I can't believe
as
this.
to what they actually took. Was it a log pose? Was it a devil fruit? Was it a baby? We got the answer in this chapter. Because apparently, the treasure of Hachinosu is none other than Shaki.
A woman? Really? A woman? Oh my God. A woman was the treasure this whole time? And it wasn't Nami? Over Shaki? Oh my gosh. I'm not, no, this is crazy. Because you got people in the comment sections of the spoilers talking about Goon Valley. The Goon incident. Holy Goon. So you're telling me, mind you, this might be a little bit of a Sanji upscale, and this does save and repair Roger's status of King of the Pirates, but you're telling me the treasure of Hachinosu, known as Pirate Island or Pirate Paradise, no, I had it right the first time, Pirate Island, the treasure that had Rocks in awe, and not only Rocks, but had Whitebeard in awe, is Shaki from the Kuja Pirates. I see why. but still not better than Nami though. But we'll let Sai continue.
That's right, guys. It's funny. Last week's chapter, it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was great. But the beginning portion of it kind of felt like filler. It's like, okay, like, Rod.
It did, no cap. Like, it felt like it was out of the blue. And now Oda is tying it all together.
You're going crazy about the Kuja.
And let me get a like for Emu in the background just staring at us. If you see Emu looking at you, go ahead and like this video right now. And go to Sai's video and like his video.
Pirates, that's cool, but did we need this? Like, did we really have to see this? Turns out we did, because it's all.
And shout out to either somebody in Brago's crew or King of Lightning's crew. I feel like they called this out and said, what if the treasure was a woman? Or they said like Shaki or something. So it's crazy that we're getting the reveals in this spoiler that the treasure that Rocks put up to God Valley for was Hachino, or sorry, was Shaki. That's like, it's crazy. And going back to, you know, Sanji upscale, it just shows that this woman had Rocks captivated, it had Whitebeard captivated, and it had the king of the pirates captivated. So you already know people are going with the narrative. Sanji's gonna have Conqueror's Haki because all three men have Conqueror's Haki and they were love struck by Shaki. And I'm here for it. Because, you know, I'm a Luffy stan and I love Zoro and Sanji equally. So I think this means that Sanji is definitely getting Conqueror's Haki, and I'm 1000% here for it. Let's go, Oda.
Set up for God Valley. So yes, Shaki decides to go over to Pirate Island. She sets up her legendary bar over there, and all the guys immediately are infatuated with her, right? She just has that effect on men. Rocks is gooning out, Whitebeard, Shiki, pretty much all the Rocks pirates are just gooning out to Shaki here. And what's crazy to think about is that Shaki, despite having all these high-level fighters around her, she somehow gets kidnapped. Like, I am trying to wrap my head around that. Like, maybe Shaki, like...
Just don't. That's something you just turn your brain off. You don't think about it.
leaves the island, or maybe Rocks isn't home, and that's when the Celestial Dragons come.
Oh, and also, these are brief spoilers, so Sai knows better that we'll get the full spoilers, or it'll be conveyed in the chapter.
Come in and swoop her up. But man, that's just nuts, right? Like Ginny, for example. Ginny being kidnapped during the Kuma flashback, you know, no other commander was nearby her. She was on some ragtag island. Gotcha. Ginny gets kidnapped. A-okay with me, right? But Shaki being surrounded by Rocks, Whitebeard, all the pirates on the
I know,
island,
it doesn't make sense.
You know, Roger potentially coming by and saying hello to Shaki as well. Like, how are they able to take this lady? And then even then, it's like, dude, you know how crazy it is?
1000% sure that the chapter will break it down.
God Valley incident. Shaki did that. Shaki's treasure was so strong that it garnered the attention.
Let Oda, and I know this is a spoiler review reaction / whatever video, but Oda, I'm talking to you personally. Let me find out that the One Piece is some box. Oh, you're getting a rotten score on you're getting us. Just let it be some box. Let me find out Luffy's dream is to lose his virginity. Just to portray that this man is not worried about women, but that's what he wants all along. And that's why Nami was blushing, because she like, oh, he does think about the box. He about to get a ball a bit. Let me find out, Oda. I will raise hell on this mother effing series. Please let me find out that the One Piece is some box. Crazy.
You know, pretty much every top level fighter in the world. Nuts. Absolutely nuts, man. It seems like Shaki might have been one of the prizes that the Celestial Dragons would have gotten if they scored high enough in the rabbit hunting tournament. That's my assumption, right? Like, I see no other reason to bring Shaki to that island Maybe somebody wanted to bring their favorite slave over, and that was the thing, like bring your slave to God Valley Day. Like maybe that's why she was there. But I do think she was just simply a prize that everybody was pining over. And I really love this, right? Because everybody crashed out over her, dude. Some people might just say, hey,
My bad, y'all.
we don't want to fight the WG. You know, hey, she's in enemy hands now. I don't want to cause a war over her. But here we have it. Roger shows up. We have Rox showing up. These guys, man,
Over
they will
one
not let
woman.
this lady fall into slavery at all. And I love it. I absolutely love that. Major respects to Roger now. You know, last chapter, I was like, you know, if
That's what I'm saying. This does some repairing to Roger's name because people was dragging his name in the mud because he had hard eyes for a Kuja pirate. Come to find out, everybody's new favorite character, Rox D. Zebek, had the flu game for Shaki too. And not only did Rox D. Zebek have the flu game, the world's strongest man, Mr. Whitebeard, also had the flu game for Shaki.
you know, last chapter, in my opinion, didn't really change my perspective on Roger in a positive or
Nah, I
negative
never
way.
did.
was
Come on,
pretty
man.
in the
If you're a
middle of
real
the
one, you
road.
know.
I was just kind of joking about it for the most part. But now that we have this, now that we know that Roger crashed out over Shaki so hard that he actually went to God Valley, it's like, yeah, that's a W in my book. That is a major W. I do enjoy the crash out personality.
Man, all the pirates and the Marines crashing out over one woman is insane. And just to find out, the crazy part is Hachinosu's prized possession has been chilling in Sabaody this whole time. Shacked up with Rayleigh, the Dark King. Oh, this is a crazy revelation. Crazy. Hey, man, if you made it this far into the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe, bro. That does phenomenal things to this channel. It will recommend it more to more people because I'm going to be pushing out this content. So go ahead, like and subscribe. Now let's get back to it.
Man. And same with Rox. You know, they kidnapped Shaki, Rox win. He said, boys, hop on the ships. We're going to war right now. We're going to save this girl. Dude. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, or one question I kind of had coming off of these spoilers, but I wonder if Gloriosa at this point in time was a part of the Rox Pirates. Because the spoilers that dropped today have no
Sigh, nobody cares. Gloriosa is just like an afterthought. Please don't bring her up. No.
mention of Gloriosa at all. It simply says that Shaki left the Kuja Pirates. So did she leave because Gloriosa wasn't there anymore? Did she get bored? Did she really just want to set up a bar on Pirate Island for some reason? We don't really know. I could totally see Gloriosa already being a part of the Rox crew, and maybe that's why Shaki wanted to come by, so that maybe she could hang out near Gloriosa. That's my assumption, but of course, we'll get more information on that tomorrow or the next day. So now, on to the final bullet point of this week's chapter. We see that the Gorosei make an appearance this week, and they send Herald a message saying that they will allow Elbaf to join the world government. Get this.
Now I have something to say, but I'm gonna let Sai break down his opinion and thoughts on this last bullet point, and then I'm gonna go in. And that's when we're gonna end the video.
If King Herald kills Rox D. Zebek. So funny enough, we know that Herald, actually we don't know, right? But I do not believe that Herald is the one who landed the final blow on Rox, right? Rox went all the way to God Valley, and to our knowledge, Herald was not there. So Herald doesn't end up killing Rox. But on another note, I could see Herald betraying Rox, right? As much as Herald likes Rox D. Zebek, he knows that Rox is a villain, right? And Herald, in my opinion, would do anything he can for his country's success. So I could definitely see Herald selling Rox out.
That is a fair analogy, or that is a fair assessment.
Like maybe Herald is the reason why Shaki falls into the WG grasp. Maybe Herald is like, hey, I'm not gonna kill him, but if you guys capture the treasure of Hachinosu, then it could set up a direct confrontation, which I don't think would be ideal if you're the WG. Like, you know, you're telling Harold to kill Roxy Zebek, and then Harold's like, hey, here's Shaki instead. That just feels a little bit odd. But I do think that Harold will betray Rox. I just do not know to what capacity he will, though, right? If Rox shows up again to Elbaf, would Harold actually do a 1v1 against him? I don't know. And then even then, I feel like that'd be a major, major battle, right? Because back at Marie Joie, they were clashing equally. So if they were to actually fight to the death, what would that look like? I do not know. But yeah, this is...
And that's why I'm going to stop it right there. He said it perfectly that we know Harold did not kill Rox because Rox dies in God Valley due to Roger and Garp and most of the Marines and obviously Roger's crew teaming up to take out not only Rox but his crew. So Oda, you sly fox, this is clearly rage bait, or what else would you say? I don't want to say like an empty cliffhanger, but he's trying to create this cliffhanger because the reason why it's a good rage bait for the sole reason is that we know the Elbaf and the Giants are affiliated with the world government. So we know that Harold's plan on getting them like this was a success. So it almost makes it seem like, oh, okay, so Harold did kill Rox in order for the Elbaf to be affiliated with the world government. But then it doesn't line up with what Sengoku said, that it took Garp and the Marines teaming up with Roger and the Roger Pirates to take out Rox. So this is clearly rage bait, but it is good because, you know, we have Elbaf being affiliated with the world government, so it leaves that shroud of mystery. However, Sai did put a good twist on it that he might sell out Rox by either one, he's the reason why Shaki got into the hands of the world government, or by any other kind of like underhand tactics. So this is very good. I love this, the ending to this chapter, but mind you, these are only brief spoilers, so you guys got to stay tuned for the rest. I will go over the full summary. We will break it down along with a full chapter review and many more. So if you made it to this far in the video, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and most of all, make sure you subscribe, because if you want to see this beautiful face again, you got to subscribe. So with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.